We're going to start with step 4 of the process. Step 4 is a very important step. Everyone, step 4. That's the storytelling step. To tell a story. This is a very important skill. It's like a complement skill. The word is skill. Because how? Because this step is an almost decisive one. Decide. People suggest, all the speakers in the world or Vietnam, they succeeded. They closed the sale on stage. They succeed because they tell stories. It's the whole story, or even the books that people read. To lead to that one thing, it's also storytelling. Because the storytelling step is the guiding step. Lead people, lead the beer. Take that customer to the next level. The decision to buy. And at this stage, when you guys decide what your product or service is, at what price, which combo and how many combos. Everyone can. It's even embedded in this narrative. And storytelling needs a body. Open and conclude about. Tell a story. First, everyone. If you could have everyone's own story, people give them the most. What if people don't have their own stories? You can tell the story of the third person. It's either your family or your customers. And in this story, you have to have compassion. Sympathize with everyone. It means how. It should be similar to the customer story. Empathy. And what do people do in this story? Everyone has a past. How the past suffers. Done, then start to present change rotus how. And the future must have structures like this, people. That everyone wins. How the past is suffering and there are many problems. And then. Now when you use the product. If you use this service, change rotus it's how. The future. Sell them that future, people. Our story is a selling story. Sales in full. So if people don't know how to tell stories, or there's not a story yet, people write down help for the page or use ID to help me tell stories, but let this story succeed. What does it need? It needs the real thing. The element must be real plus the element of sincerity. So far, people have noticed this in the process of the page. What? The page will be real. That everyone will win. What are the rules of the page? Selling from heart to heart. Only the heart can touch the heart, because we don't sell once. Yes, if you sell once. Page thinks you should change your mind. Currently is. Finding out hand is not simple. There is a lot of competition. Many competitors are constantly appearing. So if we have the sincerity, we're the truth. Customers will stay with me. Or the customer will leave. People have to remember, customers are not loyal. They have many choices, so why choose you? You have to be real. Everybody. So what's our story? Our story. It's got to be empathic, first of all. What to do is not necessary to have compassion, and we have to cage it, their story, into this one. Let's put their pain in this story. They feel the compassion and the results they want. So to know what they want, it's at step number 3, right on everybody's steps. It's all logical together. And it's very, very tightly connected. We can't take a step back. If people cut back, people will drop their cars. Sure, always. So that's what everyone's job is. Maybe we'll optimize the steps again, long or short depending on the product and service. But don't give up. Everybody. And to understand what they want. Then of course step number BA is very important. So that we can get the wants and the needs. Well, their orientation, we're going to tell a story. Open that story and it's worked. The story is the result, people, past, present and future. Now that's the result, people. The future is a need. What they're looking for when they use their products and services. Everybody. So let's give ourselves a real story. You can either do it yourself or from the third person. If it's from yourself, the better. If you don't have yourself, it's okay, but it has to be over. And give them stories, give them empathy. So sometimes it is. To practice telling stories. It's a skill, and sometimes even a skill. Sometimes in these steps people make it simple. Every step tells the story people do. Quick details, people. You don't have to go to step 5. It's simply this step. It's been decided. The customer has already decided, everyone. Thank you very much. And we're going to go to the next step, the 5th step.